Hey everybody. I don't know if this thing's gonna work. I've never. Wait, let's see how many people will actually show up in here. Chat works and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to do a mail day here in a minute. I've never did a live version of this. Use my phone like instead of my laptop. So I'm going to see how well it worked. Because I've been in Florida. A lot of y'all know I've got MS, and so I have to go down to Florida every once in a while for my appointments down there that I can't miss. And when I came back, I had, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it was 10. I don't know where the other one's at. Anyway, hey Sam, how are you? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this mail day live and kind of talk about some of the things that's been on my mind lately. That's why I'm doing it. It's been brought up by a couple other people. We're losing a lot of people in the streams because of things that's going on, and so I want to talk about that, and I also want to talk about my personal situation as far as just getting a little. Part of it's getting better, part of it's getting worse. Like if I could stand up right now, you'd see I can't walk. Well, I mean I can, but it literally looks like I'm drunk because my brain's swollen, so it causes my legs to not work right. So like I had cards very neatly set up, and my legs kicked them over, so I got to re-straighten them all up. So I got to deal with that kind of crap. But other than that, I consider myself lucky compared to some people. But anyways, I wanted to try to do this on the live stream. Let's do the first one. It says it's from Don Johnson. Didn't realize he was a collector, but so it is. Anyways, first thing I wanted to talk about was a lot of people are leaving the streams. Definitely even talked about it tonight for different reasons. People are leaving, and one of them, is because people are charging like you have to be a member of Patreon or a member and that kind of thing to be in breaks and that kind of stuff. And I've never seen that in like be a requirement in any of the like what I refer to as our community. Hey Todd, how are you, buddy? Um, so anyway, but I do know that the bigger breakers are doing it. I don't care to say. I mean, he's not hiding it. Jabs is doing it. You have to basically be a member of his Patreon now if you want to get into his breaks. So um, there is people that's doing it. The bigger breakers are pretty much doing it. I don't really have an issue with that because that's really not um, our community. The issue that I do have, and Devness is great at this. I personally feel he doesn't. I feel like he's very fair with his breaks, the way he does them, the price and that kind of stuff. I can't say that with all the people that do them. I think some of the breaks are priced way out of range of where they should be. What the heck did I do with the card? Let's open that card up and oh, send us another envelope. No wonder. So anyways, that's the problem I've got. I expect people to make a profit. I don't have a problem with that. But whenever I do the math and you multiply what a person's charging for a break spot, and you could buy 3 boxes, they could buy 3 boxes for what they are charging, that's too much. I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion. Hold on a second. Some real fast. Now, well, that doesn't. I have to do it that way whenever I record my videos, because if I don't, it's sideways the other way. Cool. um, so that's the reason why I figured I had to do it that way there. Ah, this is the card I wanted more than any of them. I normally don't take these out of the holders, but I'm going to this one because this card is beautiful and I got it for a steal. Anytime I find Rickey Henderson rookie cards that are really, really close to centered for a good price, I like to grab them. And I'm not going to get much better than that one, especially for $45, which is what I paid for this card. So, yeah. Rickey Henderson, outside of the Reds players, Rickey Henderson, George. And I said we had to reconnect. Take it, it's working again now. I hope it's working again now. If I'm back on, let me know. Put me a chat in there and let me make sure I'm back online. But what I was saying was, in my auctions, when I sell, I've sold several of the Rickey Henderson rookie cards like this because I PC him, Kirby Puckett, George Brett, and Roberto Clemente, besides the Reds players that I've always collected. And I get a bunch of these because I get, I never have problems with my, internet. I don't know why I'm having so much problems with it today for. This is from, no, this is from Jabs. I think this is from a break that I got into a long time ago. Shoot, this has probably been over a month. At least. So to be honest with you, I don't remember what it was. I remember there was one break he was in that I couldn't get into hardly anywhere, and I got into it, but I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, great. I'm gonna have to break this thing open. I love it when they layer the tape on. So anyways, what I was saying was, the prices, I think, of the breaks are getting a little out of control. So actually, once I get my health condition back in shape where, I can mail out immediately after selling, whereas I know I wouldn't be able to for a while. But once that's back on, I'd like to just start doing them and actually selling breaks for what people can, basically just a little bit over what I've got in it. And so people can get into it that can't afford to pay some of the prices that they're paying. I guess I got a Corbin Burnes auto rookie gold. It's numbered, but I can't read the number on it. But there's the thing. And then this is just the regular break from, I must have got the Brewers. And this was the only card that was worth anything, that's my guess, because this is another rookie card. Well, no, because there's Eloy Jimenez. So, and it's just in a penny sleeve. So, and there's all kinds of different, this is weird. What kind of break would I be in that I have all these different teams? Because I've never bought into a break from Jabs with multiple teams. And this is, this must have been one of those things where it was a pack. I must have bought a pack. It's the only thing I can figure anyway. I don't know. Because there's the Aaron Judge card. I think this may have been Top Series 2 or something. I don't know. Anyway, I don't care. But I wanted to get your all's opinion as to whether or not doing that would be, something y'all would be interested in, trying to get breaks that are just, just fun to do, not into them to make any money, a profit or anything like that. You know, it's just, I would like to, you know, I really enjoy this. I look at it like this. I don't have the number of subscribers that a lot of people have, right? But I feel like the subscribers that I do have are really genuine. You know, I know most of them personally, most of y'all personally. I know to the point where I actually know your real names, even, you know, outside of your screen names and that kind of thing. Talk to you a lot of several of you. Have my personal cell phone and talk to you, you know, through text and stuff. And so it's one of those things that just to do something nice for you all, because, you know, y'all have always been there for me. I mean, my auctions, they don't get the number of people that the other ones do. I understand that. But, and God knows I need to do better at getting them out, but I knew whenever I did the last one that it was going to be horrible, and that's why I told people up front it was going to be a long time before I could get out, between my dad and me both not being able to get out because of the coronavirus and stuff, that it was going to be a long time. But other than that, you know, I try to give you all a fair price, but you all have been great as far as the ones who do show up. You know, as far as the, you know, if it's not something that you're interested in, you know that I want you to tell me. I don't want you to bid on a card that you don't want. But at the same time, it's hard for me to do them like I'd like to, because of the fact that, like I think the last time, Todd Lou was the only one that actually was in the auction. And so he wanted a card, but he felt bad and was actually bidding against himself. And that, no, Ricky, yeah, sure, JT. Um, but, you know, it's one of those things that I'd like to be able to do more as far as the auctions and stuff is concerned, but until I can get more people in them, it's just hard to do. And so for right now, it's going to be easier to if I do it as a break kind of thing. So it was just kind of what I was just something I was kind of kicking around. I don't know whether I actually do it or not, because a lot of people like the auctions better, and I like the auctions better, but it's just one of those things that I can't do it with 5 people. So until I can get my subscriber count up, which really doesn't make any sense, because I don't, well, I do understand it. I did, okay, I did the, video on the how to tell the 52 mental card was real. That went over like gangbusters, and that's where I got most of my subscribers. That's how I broke 1,000 subscribers so fast. Problem with it was that was really the only thing they were interested in, and then they were gone. It's not like I grew mine little by little the way that most people did, so that when they got to 1,000, you know, they had them going, they kept them, they had this big, huge, you know, fan base kind of thing where there was at least 30, 40 people in there. Mine was, you know, literally all at once kind of hit, and then they just kind of disappeared. I mean, technically they're still on the list, but, and that's what I'm thinking, you know, that maybe if I do the breaks, it can bring more people in, and then I can get back into the auctions. It's just, I know the auctions is what everybody's wanting me to do, because I do sell my cards cheaper than probably anybody. In fact, I lose money in most of my auctions, to be bluntly honest. But I don't really care. I need to get rid of my cards. I've got too many. I know I've got too many. And so it helps me, it helps you all, and I enjoy doing it. So it doesn't bother me, you know, to do it that way. But I've still got to be able to at least be able to cover my shipping. And a lot of times I don't even do that. So, because anybody who's bought anything from me or received anything from me will know one thing. I will only ship priority mail. I don't believe in doing this. This is what I've got as one of the cards I bought. PWE, plain white envelope. I hate them. I paid $4 And this is what I got. $4 for shipping, plain white envelope. Really? Let's add up the postage that they put on it, shall we? 25, 12 and 12. So 24, 25, 49 cents is what they spent, and I gave them $4 for shipping. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff I don't personally agree with, and I don't do it. And that's the reason why $4 even doesn't cover my shipping, because I cannot ship for Priority Mail. I can tell you I've done it too many times. No matter how cheap, how light it is, you cannot ship Priority Mail for less than $7.80. You just can't. And so that's the reason why I told people that I started making shipping $7. Unless if they only bought one card. But if they bought more than one card, then I still kept it at 4 for the simple fact that, you know, I felt like I was making it up, and, you know, the additional cards that they bought. Not really. When you're losing money on most of the cards that you sell, you know that where they say that if it's not price, it's volume. That doesn't work when you're taking a loss. Congratulations and thank you on your order. I've left you positive feedback. This is an eBay thing. This is a Chris Webber 1 of 5,000 promo rookie card that I have seen this on eBay sell for about $300, and I don't know why, but I got this one for $14, I think. That's why I got it, because I bid it like 20 bucks and got it for $14. So sometimes you can do good deals on it. So I'm not as upset that he sent me the plain white envelope, because he lost his butt on that card too, probably. Well, probably not, because he probably bought it when it was back when it was. He pulled it out of the pack, and it didn't cost him anything. But you know, he thought he was going to get a lot more out of it than he did. So I'm not as upset about that one. This is BITG's. But you know, as far as the people that are upset and leaving the hobby because they feel like it's gotten out of control and it's not for the people anymore, I mean, I see where they're coming from. I know why Deafness doesn't agree with it, because, I mean, and I truly don't believe that the people that are talking about this stuff are talking about Jeff. I really don't. I mean, he really goes above him. Okay, I think I'm back. I don't know why I keep doing that. I think this is just a hit thing. I did get a rookie autograph. I don't think it's anything big. But I am happy that more people are actually showing up into the stream, because that was one of the things I wanted to kind of see how this would do. Even though it was just a mail day, I just wanted to kind of like do it live and see what kind of a response that I could get to it. There's nice Justin Jefferson rookie card. Calvin Taylor autograph. He did not put any effort into that autograph. Hey Mike, how are you? I'm okay. Like I said, I'm just kind of like throwing away some next level Joe Burrow. God knows I got enough of his cards now. But anyways, I just think that like the prices are going too high on the breaks. Doing the math, I absolutely agree that people need to make a profit. They do. But I do not believe that they need to make as much of a profit as some of them are making right now. When you do the math, and like I said earlier, it's coming out to, when you multiply it by 30 or 32 teams, and the person could go on eBay. I'm not even talking retail. I'm talking eBay prices. Could go on eBay and pay eBay prices and get 3 boxes for what they're selling. Here. For what they're Okay, I think I'm alright. If this doesn't work any better than this, I may have to just record it and leave the rest of the video later. So I'm just going to talk for the remainder of the few times that I got, and I'll do the mail day later. But, anyways, what I'm saying is, I want people to enjoy the hobby again. I want people to have fun the way that they used to in these streams. And I know that it's hard. With everything's going on, people are having the financial difficulties. It's a crazy time right now. And so it's really hard to get their mind focused on anything else. So now is really kind of the perfect time to get into, the hobby so that you can get your mind off of the serious stuff. And people aren't enjoying it like they used to. And for that reason, um, I try to to get it back somehow, back to where it was. So I will get back into the auctions the way that people want me to, because that's been the absolute number one request that I've had, is to get back into my auctions. And like I said, I know that I try to do the best I can as far as the prices, and my cards usually sell cheaper than most people's, but I can't really do that until I get more people in the streams. And like a couple of you all have commented, the best way to do that's probably going to be doing breaks. And so, like, I'll give you an example. I got a hold of a mosaic box for $50, and I'm probably going to some of the top loaders. Oh, yeah, top loaders I can get. Actually, I've got some if you need them, JT. I'm not getting to you, to be honest with you, but I got that card, that Babe Ruth card that I got to send to you anyway. So I'll probably just send them to you when I send those, because I've got plenty of them right now. But um, there's just got to be a better way. I mean, like I said, the mosaic that I got, I know some people don't like basketball, but this is for people who went to basketball. There's, I got it for $50 plus, well, $60 worth of shipping and stuff. And so that's $60, and then I'm pretty sure there's 30 teams for basketball, if I remember right. Um, so I would probably charge $2.50 a piece for a spot. And then that hit me, and I was like, well, that doesn't work, because you still got to ship them out, and that's going to cost you $7. So, I mean, there's other things that's got to be considered, and I understand that. But what I'm saying is, there's got to be. I'm trying to find a way that I can break it down so that it's an affordable break for everybody and doesn't tear them up. But at the same time, it's not costing me more money to break the stuff than to keep it like the auctions do. Honestly, right now, I got lucky. Most people complain when they don't get paid for their auction items. Um, Now, don't get me wrong. I had several people that contacted me and told me in advance that they couldn't pay right then, and that was fine. I've never had a problem with that. But these are people that told me right that they were paying me that night, never did. Contacted them, still didn't get paid, and I was perfectly fine with it. And the reason being is because um, I'm like, yeah, $20 per team, JT. That's what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. There's no way. So uh, it's one of those things where there's got to be a happy medium to do this. I mean, there's got to be a way where, like, when they didn't pay me, I was okay with it, because I lost money on what they bought. The cards literally cost me more than they bought them for. So I was perfectly fine when they didn't pay me. But most people aren't like that. Most people do make a profit and need the money, especially the ones that are selling their cards because they need the money, and then they don't get paid. That's not right. But fortunately, one time I think I was in that situation, um, and I told people that up front that I would have to be paid for everything that night. So anybody who bid on it would need to pay that night, and every single person did. I did not have a single person that when I told him that up front, that I would need to get the money that night, that I didn't get paid. I've got great people. I really do. Um, but like I said, most of the time it's no big deal. If a person says, "Hey Jeff, I don't have the money right now, but can I get to you within the next month or two?" Sure, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. But um, it's just one of those things that I like to find a balance where we can actually enjoy the breaks for a reasonable price, and then, well, even the $60 box for Mosaic, 30 teams. If I add, if I told people that I was going to do plain white envelope, which I've never done ever, but if I told people that I was going to do plain white envelope, unless they paid the additional $7 for shipping, then I guess it would be okay. And then I could sell, for the 250, which that would have me making what, $15? Yeah, $15. And that's still, the 50 cents is going to cost me that much to ship them. So the $15 I wouldn't even be making. So yeah, I would probably need to make it a little bit more than 250, like $3 or something, and I think that would be okay. I think we're down to one person in here. um, but and this is more of just kind of a rant, anyways. At this point, it's just I do really appreciate all of the support that I get, and I'm going to do a separate video. Um, yeah, I mean, at $5 would work. Because that would be 150 and still give me plenty enough money to ship and stuff and make a little bit on it, which, like I said, I'm not even worried about making the profit. But um, and anybody that finds Mosaic for $5 a team is going to buy it quickly anyway, so it's not like it's going to have a problem selling out. But anyways, it's just one of those things that I think, well, even tonight, the people that dropped in here, um, whenever I go live, most of the time it's for an auction. And I love the fact that, I get that immediate response. I didn't announce I was doing this tonight. I just did this on the spur of the moment, said, I'm going to go live. And I've gotten quite a few people that showed up in here, on the spur of the moment without any notice whatsoever. So, usually whenever I tell people that I'm going to be going live, in advance, I do pretty well. Um, but for some reason, I don't know why, the last couple auctions that I did, and I take that back, the last auction I did really well. The two auctions before that I did, I don't think I had 5 people in them. And that's where I appreciate it, Mike. I really do. And like I told JT, I got a couple of cards that as soon as I can get out, I'm sending out to you. Um, it's just one of those things that, just like that, Mike's a good example, JT's a good example, Talu's a good example, him and his kids. Those are the people that, stay involved with the community, try to help as much as they can, try to build it as best they can. And, it's a really positive influence. There's a couple of people, and I don't care to say it, because I've never been one to care to say it. Deafness was trying to make a very good point tonight, as far as that it wasn't right for people to, be criticizing the entire community because of a few bad apples, as far as, because what people are saying, that they can't be part of a break unless they belong to Patreon, or they're a member. And Deafness made clear that that's definitely not true with him, and it's not. Like, for Deafness, to be a member with Deafness, the money that he takes in is to pay for the breaks that he does for the members. And the breaks cost him more than what he's taking in from the membership.
So I'm a member of for Deafness, and $9.99 a month. I'm getting more than $10 a month in cards. I can tell you easily getting more than $10 a month in cards. So to me, that's a really good deal. But to be honest, to be on Jabs, where you got to pay at least $3 to him a month just to be able to buy from him, yeah, that's a little suspicious, in my opinion. But it's not everybody. I mean, you can't throw everybody into one group. And 357 MAGA paid $10 to do a super chat to basically disagree with Deafness and say that it was true and that the people had their own political agendas that were mods, and it was, I don't know how it was before, but I've seen a good increase in the amount of oxygen in the brakes. As far as the prices are concerned, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. The prices of the brakes for a lot of these has gotten out of control. And that's what I'm talking about. That's where not only me, but other people that have the ability to do it, I would like to see get involved and do the brakes. Um, and do them at a reasonable price that anybody can afford. And you know, I can tell you right now, as long as a person didn't take advantage of it, I couldn't do it every time. But if I have a person, excuse me, if I have a break and I have a person contacts me and or I know can't afford, even if it's the $5 that we're talking about for the mosaic, good example, and says, Jeff, I just can't afford it right now, but I'd love to have a spot. I'm gonna give him a spot. You know, now could I do that for every break for the same person? No. Would it probably, if it got out that I was doing that, would some people take advantage of it that really could afford it? Of course. And it would be hard knowing which ones, you know, to say okay and which ones to say sorry. And I really probably couldn't do that. So it would be kind of a one time at a certain price limit cutoff would be the only way I could afford to do it probably. But I still wouldn't be able to tell people no. Never have been able to tell people no. But I can tell you, like JT's talking about, $20 a team for a baseball break that's got 3 boxes in it. That you do the math on eBay costs them $179. $20 a team. 32 teams in baseball. $640 is what they're making. $640 and they paid $179? 3 times what they paid for it for a profit? No. That's not the way this is supposed to go. Okay. So, I mean, and you're right. Most of the time it is junk when you buy the brakes. I've bought into several. I cannot tell. Ugh. This thing's driving me nuts. Not back? Okay. But this still says reconnecting on my end and it's got the little circle. But, anyways, I mean, where the problem's coming in at for me is that they're they're out of control. You know, when we're, and I'll give you another good example. We all know who I'm talking about. It's going to piss some people off, especially one person, but it's okay. When you're charging somebody 25, $30 for a envelope that's got an unknown card in it, that yes, one of the envelopes has a very good high price card in it, $500 card. But when you look up 90% of the other ones on eBay, and you can literally buy them right then on that at that time. Ugh, this thing's driving me crazy. I've never had this problem like this before. I don't know why I'm having problems with it like this today. But anyways, what aggravated me most about the brake that I paid into for PSA brake was I bought into it when it first went on sale for $29.99, $30. They couldn't sell it that, so they ended up dropping the price down to $20. But they didn't refund any the extra money that I paid for my spot when they did the break. So everybody else got to buy it for 20. I still paid 30, and I didn't even get the $10 back. And then I ended up getting a card that was worth $1.42. So yeah, sorry, that's a scam. Any way you look at it, it's a scam. I am seriously considering putting up a. I've got a. JT knows. I've got a couple cards that are worth over $1,000. I've been very blessed in some of the cards I've been able to obtain. I've been tempted to let some of them go in either some kind of game where you buy an envelope and I'd sell an envelope for like $50, right? I would tell you, you may get a card that's only worth $5, but one of these envelopes is going to have say a $3,500 card in it. But I'm going to say, okay, card envelope number 1 is up. If somebody buys it, we tear it open, see what it is, see what they got. If number 2 comes up and nobody buys it, we still open it up, see what the card was, see what they would have gotten if they would have bought it, so they know that it's legitimate and what the cards are. But it's not going to be just one nice, expensive card. I will have multiple cards that are worth over $100 if I did that. If I'm charging people $50 for a spot, I'm not going to have one card that they've got to pick out of 100 envelopes, to get it. Now, granted, if I'm actually would put a $3,500 card in there, which the only $3,500 card I can even think of I got right now that I could possibly put up would be the Frank Thomas No Name. But other than that, whatever the card would be, it would just kind of like be more of a fun game for people, saying, look, you could get a great card. There's going to be numerous great cards. And I'm taking a chance because I'm hoping that maybe the envelope that's got the card that I really, really don't want to sell is one that doesn't end up getting sold. Somebody doesn't buy that envelope. That is how I could afford to do this. Sell the envelopes for less money than I actually have in the cards. But it's fun for people to have a chance of buying a card that there's no way that most people would ever be able to afford to purchase. So it's that kind of thing that I'd like to see different and do just as a fun kind of, to bring people into the hobby and make it fun again, so to speak. But no, I've got problems huge problems, with the prices that some people are charging right now. Especially on what they're referring to as set breaks. And do not get me wrong, this is not one breaker that's doing this. This is not one YouTuber that's doing this. There is numerous YouTubers that are doing this. They're doing set breaks, and at least in the set breaks, you know what cards are in the set, so you know what cards you're getting. But when you have mystery PSA breaks or mystery non-PSA breaks, whatever, just because, let me tell you something. And JT is on here, and he's probably he's a lot more of the vintage expert than I am, but I can guarantee you that I can announce that I'm going to have a 1969 Roberto Clemente in there, and everybody gets all excited, and I guarantee you I won't have $5 in that card. I guarantee you I can get a $5. I can get a 1969 Roberto Clemente for less than $5, depending upon condition. It's huge, but it depends on condition. But in the right circumstances, absolutely, I can get a Nolan Ryan rookie card for less than 200 for about $200, and but it's not going to be a good one. It's not going to be one JT's going to keep in his PC. But I can get a Nolan Ryan rookie card for $200, and so you know that's where people don't really. I keep it very short. Yeah, looks like it's been. It looked like it'd been put in bicycle spokes, but yeah, you'd still keep it. But you know, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, condition is everything because just like a newer card in a PSA 10 is going to be worth more than what vintage is. You know, in a lower grade, even though you would think that the vintage would be worth more. You would think that a 55 Mantle would be worth more than a freaking 2012 Mike Trout. But if the 55 Bowman Mantle is a PSA 3 or a PSA 1, and you got the 2012 Mike Trout that's a PSA 10, or even bigger, a Beckett Black Label, it's going to go for more than that Mantle is. And that's just economics. And that's fine. Yes, is it ridiculous that freaking Panini started National Treasures out this past Tuesday at $30,000 a box? $30,000 a box is what they started out at. It was a Dutch auction. It went down from there. But I think it ended up selling out at like $22,500, if I remember right. I mean, it was ridiculous. The hobby itself has gotten out of control. And it's because Panini has got basically a monopoly over Topps right now in everything but baseball. And yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. And it's ridiculous some of the prices that I see some of these things going for. I saw a PSA 10 2011 Topps Update Trout. Um, the one that I think I don't know if it's the camo or the Diamond Anniversary, whichever one's the rarest one. It went for freaking $100,000, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't care how good a shape it's in. There ain't a freaking card besides maybe the 52 Mantle that's worth $100,000. There's just not. I mean, that's the only card that I could think of that's worth that kind of money. And even that card would have to be at least in PSA, probably 7 or above. So that's what I'm saying. I know I'm kind of going off on a rant, but it's just, I can see where some people are in a position where they're ready to leave the hobby, and I hate that because there's a lot of good people in this hobby, and I don't want to see them leave. I don't want to see them leave any more than Deafness does. And it's why I'm trying to find a way to keep the people here that want to be here. I mean, well, this is a good example. I've got this big pile of cards just laying down here in front of me. I just pull this one up at random. This is the Mike Trout Elite Series numbered. It's numbered what? 877 out of 999. I have no idea where this card came from. No idea. Don't know what I paid for it. Don't know how I got it. Don't know what it was a part of. I know that, if it's the Donruss Elite Series and it's numbered, from Mike Trout, it's one that somebody would want, but I don't keep up with the prices of the cards. That's not why I collect. I collect because I enjoy collecting cards. But I have no idea how I got this card. None whatsoever. Unless it's one of the major ones that I remember personally, like the Henderson rookie. Yes. The Henderson rookie, I bought that card because I wanted it. But other than that, I can't tell you about any of this stuff. I mean, half these cards I could pull out of here that would be probably fantastic to a lot of people don't mean anything to me. I mean, nothing. I've never heard of some of the players. They're not ones I collect. They're not in my PC. So, there's no point. Joe Burrows, probably keep that one. But other than that, like I said, I know that a lot of people have gotten out of the hobby lately and why. I've talked to them about it. And I don't want people leaving the hobby. I want the hobby to correct itself so that people want to stay. But unfortunately, there's really no incentive for people to change their ways whenever they're making a lot of money doing it the way they're doing it now. And that's the truth. Why would somebody want to stop charging $30 a spot for probably a total of $1,000 worth of cards that they've got 100 envelopes, that's $3,000. They've got $1,000 in the cards, if that. Why would they want to drop that price or stop doing that when they know they're going to sell them? It may take them longer than it used to. And that's it, JT. As long as people continue to buy it, they're going to continue to do it. And that's just kind of basic economics. And so, it's the reason why the only way that I can see that we're going to be able to put a stop to it is if enough of us would start doing breaks at a fair price for everybody that the competition forces them to change. That's it. That's the only way this is going to get any better. And so that's what I'm hoping I can do. The problem that I'm going to have is I don't have the inside track to the wholesalers like a lot of these breakers do. Which that alone aggravates me because these breakers, a lot of them are buying these wholesale. They're buying these for less than what retail is. So they're not even paying what you pay at Walmart for it. They're buying it for cheaper than that. They're buying it for the same price that Walmart paid for it, and still charging these breaking prices. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, I'm done ranting. I'll finish doing my mail day in a different video because there wasn't anything major besides my Ricky Henderson rookie card that really needed to be shown today, and I don't have no idea what's in the rest of these packages. But I appreciate y'all listening and participating in the conversation because it is something that, it just bugs me. It just really bothers me that, people are being ripped off the way they are. And yet, it's not the majority of the hobby. Like Definite said, it's not the majority of the community. The majority of the community is great. And they take care of each other. When I remember, when they did the Members in Need auctions and thousands of dollars that was raised for those folks. That's the type of people that we have here. And I understand that. And that's the same type of people that are still here. And so I'm not trashing the community in any way, shape, or form. The community's fantastic. Most of the brake people that even do brakes, I mean, deafness, I've never seen deafness do a brake that I thought was unfair. Ever. That's just me personally. Never have I seen deafness do a brake that I thought was unfair on price. In fact, there's times I've seen deafness do brakes that I've seen him. Um, I know for a fact he lost money. I know for a fact he lost money. But, it's one of those things that we're getting there to the point where a lot of people are kind of like taking a step back from it, and that's not what I want to see. So I'm going to try to find a way to bring some people back if we can. And so whenever, you all, here you go, Mike, here's your taquito card. So I'll put that to the side. You can have that one. I'll throw that in with the other ones I was going to send you, Francisco Lindor card. So, anyways, I mean, I'm probably not going to be here in 15 minutes anyway because I'm planning on popping off here now too because my legs start killing me after I sit here like this for a while. But I just wanted to touch base with you all and, give you my 2 cents as far as the hobby and the state of where we're at, where we're going, and the way we need to fix it. And that's the way I think we need to fix it. We basically are going to have to try to find a way to we're going to need to try to find a way to compete, I guess is the best way to put it. And if I have to put some of my best cards up and even take a loss on them in order to do that, then so be it. That's fine. It's just, I can tell you that, don't get me wrong, some of the brake prices are great. I mean, I've seen some of the brake prices with some of the people that I'm talking about lately be, $3 and $4, anywhere between $3 and $5 a brake, and I'm like, I don't even know how they can afford to do it that way and ship it. But that's not the majority of them. The majority of them are